I was just concerned about the general health of my children, and they're growing up different than I grew up. There was always exercise when we were kids, and there was no screen time.
And knowing that my kids are watching everything I do, just to be able to have some tools that I can use.
The BodyWorks program is important to me because I see it works. It's a family-based program, and I think that that is really the key to why the families are so successful in the program.
BodyWorks is really important to me because it focuses on prevention.
The BodyWorks program has been the program that I found to be most comprehensive, very hands-on, practical for families and their kids.
Some of the things that you need to consider when planning the BodyWorks program is where you're going to have the class, how you're going to advertise it to parents, who are going to be the people that you're going to involve in the community.
Get all the players and the key stakeholders that you want to work with the program to sit down at the table and really think through who is our target audience, who do we really want to impact this time, what is the best location. A lot of the groups that we work with that are most needful of the program are in areas where transportation is a difficult thing. Participants are very sensitive and will understand or know if your program is not very well organized, and so one of the things you always want to make sure you're doing is keeping your participants very engaged. So if you have that plan in place ahead of time, that really helps you know exactly some key milestones and making sure that you're checking up those off the list and making sure you're on track with where you need to go.
When planning a budget, you need to think about how you're going to reimburse the trainers. Many people will donate their time, but if you want to have an ongoing program, it's important to reimburse them for their time because it does take a lot of time to be a trainer, to prepare the sessions and to actually lead the sessions. One of the expenses that I was able to eliminate was the room cost because the hospital was able to provide the room for our meetings at no cost.
It's very important to include incentives and supplemental materials that families can take away with them so that they can have that to refer back to in the long term. So making sure you have that money set aside for incentives or tangible things that families can take away.
The amount of time to allow from attending a BodyWorks training session to actually running a BodyWorks program really depends on the individual, but I encourage trainers to start organizing their classes right away while the momentum and the information is right there.
With our program, we've always 6 months ahead of time sat down and said, where do we want to do this? How do we want to go?
The biggest obstacle is that it is a 10-week program and it takes that commitment. But I find that if people are motivated, if people want to make changes, then the 10 weeks does not bother them. And in fact, as time goes on, they may even want to continue meeting after the 10 weeks are over.
The biggest challenge I found when starting a BodyWorks program was a way to tie the families in when we had guys and girls and 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds and having them come together on a common ground and support each other rather than feeling different from each other.
The best tip I can give a new trainer to start their program would be to find some way to have the participants connect with the material on a really personal, just basic level.
Allow a lot of time, and I would take advantage of all opportunities to go on BodyWorks conference calls and find more information on the internet so that you can really provide a fun and educational class.
For more information about BodyWorks, please visit womenshealth.gov/bodyworks, or you can contact the BodyWorks Help Desk at bodyworks@hhs.gov.